Alright, so first off here, we're going to start with an error coin. It's a 1964 silver dime, silver Roosevelt dime, and it has a reversed die cap error taking place on it. So we can see that there clearly, very noticeable error. And don't need a microscope for anything like this. Pretty extreme type of a mint error. And this Roosevelt dime sold for over $450 as a result of that. Now here is another obverse die cap. Now it doesn't, seem as extreme as the last coin, but we see here on the reverse that there is no reverse design because of that error taking place on the coin. You can actually see, the front design pretty well on this coin. It is a 1973 D mint mark Roosevelt dime, and this dime sold for over $540. So again, a pretty extreme type of error. This can, happen on various different coins, so not just dimes specifically. Next up is another 1973 dime, one of my favorites of this video. Now this is pretty cool here. This mint error, you can see here on the obverse of the coin is where it is taking place. And that was a magnetic slag struck into the obverse, the front of the coin. So that is really, really awesome. You see here on the reverse looks perfectly fine. Man, what an error coin this is. This Roosevelt dime sold for over $1,000. Can't beat that, turning 10 cents into $1,000. Alright, so moving on to another die cap coin. This is a 1977 D mint mark. I promise there's more than just die caps in this video, but this coin did sell for over $1,700 because of that error taking place on the coin. Now I know I've shown these in tons of videos, but there are so many of these, different ones of these, that I've shown. This is a 1978 what is a double denomination error. So a penny that was struck on a dime. So a 1 cent coin struck on a 10 cent coin. You can actually see both dates of the coin there, which is really awesome. And then you also see Lincoln's head and Roosevelt's head. And then here on the reverse, again, you see the reverse of the dime and the reverse of the Lincoln penny. So this coin here, because of that error, sold for over $740. Moving on, now this is a full first strike brockage. Now this is a 1999 Roosevelt dime. You see here on one side looks, fairly normal, nothing too crazy about it. But here on the reverse, we do not have the reverse design. We have the front design essentially backwards. So that is really awesome. This coin here sold for over $1,400, $1,400. Next up is a deep die cap error. Man, this is pretty extreme here as well. From 1999, the P mint mark. And because of that error, this dime sold for over $540. Moving on, now this is not technically a dime. It is a state quarter, 2000 state quarter that was struck on a 10-cent planchet. So you can see the Maryland state quarter. I've shown these in my state quarter videos. If you have not seen them, just type in state quarters, couch collectibles here on YouTube, and you will find those videos. I show you different state quarters to look for, different types of errors. Now this coin here sold for over $6,000. We got the quarter design struck on a dime planchet. Now here is a 2007 Denver minted Roosevelt dime, and it's got that obverse die cap taking place again. This one really extreme as well, and this coin sold for over $900. Alright, maybe I lied. Here's another brockage. This is a mirror brockage, and it's similar to the other coin that we looked at. However, this is a 2012, so a little more modern coin here. You see here on both sides of the coin, we got the front design of the coin. One side is backwards because of the mirror brockage. Now, this coin here sold for over $550. This one here is pretty cool. Now, this is graded at a mint state 65 by PCGS, and it only has the reverse clad layer. So we do not have no front design, which will give it no date. Here is one side of the coin, looks like a normal reverse as always, and then here is the other side. We have a reverse that is backwards. So, kind of opposite of what we looked at before with two of Roosevelt's heads, two fronts of the coin. We have two reverses of the coin here. So that is really awesome. So this coin here sold for over 480 US dollars. Here's another brockage. I guess we are doing brockages this video. This is a no-dated Roosevelt dime that is an early brockage. We got the Roosevelt reverse design on one side, and then here on the other side we have that reverse again backwards. So this coin here sold for over $560. And if we move on here to this next coin, I've shown this in a previous video, no date coin as well. It's a Roosevelt dime that has a major die break here on the obverse of the coin. Now, you know, a lot of these could be small, and they happen on various different coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, all that good stuff. But this is almost half of the coin, which is pretty amazing. So, you know, the larger they are, typically, you know, the more they're going to sell for. And of course, condition always matters. And the placement of, you know, where the cut or the die break is happening always matters and determines as well. So this coin here sold for over $900. Next up is a coin that has been double struck, and it's been struck off center. Pretty clear of what's going on here with this coin. It obviously has no date, and this coin sold for over $690, nearly a $700 coin. Here is another penny that was struck on a dime. It is a Lincoln 1 cent coin that was struck 75% off center onto a 10-cent planchet. So we actually see the design of the Lincoln penny there below Roosevelt's head, and then here on the reverse of the coin we see that design again at the top of the coin, the 1 cent coin there on the dime. So really cool. This coin sold for over $2,300, man, a $2,000 coin. Cannot beat that. Check out some of these other errors that you should always be on the lookout for. Here is an example of a 1960 D. If we zoom in here on the reverse, you can see the D mint mark to the left of the bottom of the torch on the reverse of the coin. So this first coin is a 1960 Denver Mint. Like I said, it's graded by PCGS at a mint state 67, and it does have full bands. So if we look at this picture here, you can see that there's two clear full bands that are showing on the torch on the reverse of the coin. Also, this coin has some really nice toning to it as well. So that high grade full bands, pretty sweet toning there on the front of the coin. This dime sold for over $2,200, a $2,200 silver dime. By the way, all these 1960 dimes are 90% silver, so they're always going to be worth more than 10 cents just because they're silver. Now, also on the 1960 D, you want to look for an RPM, a repunched mint mark. So we can see here the D mint mark has been repunched. Now, if we go to this coin here, this coin has that repunched mint mark. Now, it is graded at a mint state 66. So again, that gives it a lot of value as well because it's that high grade. And because of the RPM and that high grade, this 1960 Roosevelt dime sold for over $350. 350 bucks. All right, so if you have a proof Roosevelt dime from 1960, you also want to look for this. This is a double die obverse. So that means that there's doubling taking place on the front of the coin. Now here's an image of the phrasing "God We Trust" is doubled. You can really see the doubling on the eye, the bottom of the eye, the N. I mean, you can really see the doubling on all of this coin as we go over. But it's really noticeable there on the I and the N at the edges. This is an example of not only the date being doubled, but also the initials JS. So if we zoom in there, we can see those JS initials doubled, as well as the date 1960 itself. So if you guys want to see your coins up close like this, you can get a USB coin microscope. I have them available on couchcollectibles.com. Feel free to click that link or just type in Couch Collectibles on Google and you will find the website. So here is doubling on the word Liberty. Very, very visible doubling there taking place on this Roosevelt dime. Again, this is the 1960 proof, so keep that in mind as well. This is not the business strike. Alright, so here is the coin, the 1960 proof that has that double die obverse doubling on the front of the coin. And this coin is graded at a proof 68 deep cameo. So the Proof 68 grade is gonna give it a lot of value as well. This coin sold for nearly $1,000. It's actually sold for around $990, $995. So pretty much a $1,000 dime. That is a pretty good profit on 10 cents. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I will see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.